Today we are going to talk a little bit about love. I say a little bit because it's very expansive, and we have many different definitions of what love means to us and many different feelings. But we'll talk about it at least briefly from a few different directions. Love is something, if you take the letters of love, you have also the letters of evolve. Love is not always a state that you suddenly love someone. Sometimes it's working with someone, being with someone, and the bond and connection evolves. That is also love. And sometimes that's what a marriage is supposed to be. Not that you suddenly love someone, but you respect someone, you honor them, and they honor and respect you, and you work together. And as you spend the time together, the bonding occurs, and it brings out the love. Sometimes love is just an amazing connection, feeling of something beyond definition. It's like you get married, you lose your mind. You know, it's not right, not wrong, not better, not worse. All the definitions, all the structures that we have in society don't exist. You vibrate in a place that's not of this place. It takes you into a space that your whole being becomes one with creation. And actually in Hebrew, the word ahava, love, and one has the same numerical value. Since in Hebrew every letter has a number, they both equal 13. And so is the first word of Genesis, Bereshis. Also, if you take each letter in its lowest numerical component, it becomes 13, Mispar Cotton. At any rate, love is something that we have a lot of issues with. Not because there's a problem with love, but because if you truly love someone, people don't comprehend you anymore. Something changes. When you love everyone and you walk around with an open heart, the end result that often happens is you get hurt. You get hurt by the person you're with, or you get hurt by family or friends or other people. People don't relate to someone with an open heart that's totally open, no restrictions, no boundaries. It's just full love, a total flow. It's wonderful. It's the best place to live. And if we could live there all the time, if everyone would live there all the time, Earth would be balanced. It would be fantastic. But people have too many fears to allow love to exist. Fears separate and love bonds. But the structures of society, most of them are based on fear and control. And therefore, they destroy the ability for people to walk around with open hearts. They block them because people think that to survive you have to be in this way, so they create blockages. Now, it's very interesting that people say, love your neighbor as you love yourself. But how many people actually read the Hebrew words? Even Jewish people translate it the way it's translated in English. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. But it's not what the words say. It says, V'ahavta l'reyacha kamecha. V'ahavta, and the love that you give, or the way you should love. V'ahavta l'reyacha, the love to your friend, should be the way you love yourself. That's a little bit different than love your neighbor as you love yourself. The love that you give to your friend is like the love that you give to yourself, which means if you're not giving yourself love, you're not giving it to your neighbor. And if you're giving yourself love, you're giving it to your neighbor too. It also, therefore, tells us that we have limitations, and we have boundaries, and what we give is what we get. So if you see around, whether it's a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a friend, that things are not the way they should be, you're getting feedback that's not positive, there's probably an issue in yourself that also maybe needs to be fixed. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means you need to look at something. Maybe you need to be more in love and vibrate in a different frequency. The other people don't even know what you are and what you're talking about. And you know what? That's probably the best place to be, because it's your place. They don't need to know where it is. They don't need to know what you are. That's their problem. If they can't relate, they'll walk away. The negativity is only when they have a relationship to your vibration, they can create it. But when they have no relationship, there's nothing they can do. So the best place to be is totally in love with yourself. Not self-centered, but in love with the unique being that God created, the unique expression that you are, and share that unique expression with those who you can share it with. Be free and open, but at the same time, know that there are others that won't understand it, and don't be worried about it, don't be afraid of it. And if most people don't understand you, it's okay. Most people didn't understand me growing up either, and I'm still here. This is all part of learning about love, because love is about the oneness in yourself, and when you have that oneness in yourself, you can have it with others. But if you have any fears, if you have negative thoughts, you can't have that oneness. You need to be aware they exist, and that awareness tells you about how to deal with people. But within yourself, you do need to love yourself, because then you can love those who you need to love, or those who need your love. Because we are all one, the all creation is one. When we can feel that oneness, you can feel it in nature much easier, because it doesn't talk back to you the same way as people do. But when you can feel that love, whether it's with animals, whether with the trees, whether with the ocean, whether with the winds, whether with celestial beings, wherever you feel it in creation, feel it. And then take it back into yourself and spread it to be part of your unique self in your relationship with humans. And maybe if you walk with the feeling of love, with the openness, others will learn from you. And when they learn from you, it'll be learning from example, not because you told anyone what to do, what to say. Then you're a good educator, and then you're sharing properly because you're just being yourself. And when people need you, you'll be there. And when they don't need you, you'll know not to be there. Just because you love doesn't mean you have to waste yourself, and doesn't mean you have to destroy yourself. It means you have to look after yourself and your unique self, and allow your unique self to be what it is. That's the first thing. Once you allow yourself to be what it is, then you'll also get the guidance directly from creation, from the Creator, how and when to express it, and when to fully let go, when to partially let go, and when to allow things to be what they are and stay away. Be well.